So I knew that this man wanted to marry me when he brought his bird and bird cage. So we're talking about a blue and gold macaw. This bird stands this tall, the tail is this long, the wings are about this big. Well, the bird cage, same thing, about this tall, a very big tray. Yeah. I fell for the old, here, honey, you feed her. That way she'll get used to you. Now, did he ever feed or clean that cage ever again? No, what a mess. So I spent 20 years with this bird. Now, she was wonderful when he was not around. Absolutely. So she, a macaw has a very big beak. And when I would hold her on my shoulder, she would swipe my ear in a way that, oh my gosh, she could swipe it so hard, I thought, oh my gosh, my ear is in shreds and bleeding. And no, it was fine. She knew exactly what she was doing to just make it hurt, and that was it. When I would hold her on my arm, she would bite and she would twist. So I had bruises from playing with her. Well, he didn't feed her, or he didn't clean that messy cage, but he did play with her. And so it was pretty wonderful to see what a bird who is bonded with their lover is like. She cooed in a way for him that she never cooed for me like that, ever. And he even took her into the shower because she liked the water. So, at first I thought it was really no big deal to, have to keep the newspapers in a pile so that I can make sure that the bottom is good. And of course, these birds live for a long time. And so when my daughter was about middle school, she brought her friend over who brought her little sister and this little 4-year-old. So I'm showing her the house, showing her the bird, and I'm thinking that she's going to be super impressed with like a bird in the house, and she just says, messy, in that little 4-year-old voice. And ever since then, I thought, messy, just the way that she said it. So I did spend a lot of time cleaning that bird cage. This bird loved any kind of food that we liked. I would open up the peanut butter jar, and she knew she loved peanut butter, she loved grapes. Have you ever seen a bird eat a grape? They break the skin, and they toss their head back like drinking a shot of tequila. It's really cool. It's very cool. She also loved chicken bones. So any time that we would make the chicken wings, and my husband was very much about the chicken wings, she would use that bottom mandible and scrape it. Well, these birds do live a long time, and she was bonded with him specifically, and even though I took good care of them both, believe it. Well, the sad story is that he did die young. My husband did die young. And, it turned into a real mess because when about the second week he didn't come home, this bird started to scream. And more than usual, because believe me, macaws scream a lot. I probably have a lot of hearing loss because of it. But she started to scream and scream and scream, and that's all she really did. So maybe I can help you guys believe in a benevolent universe, because I did find a marvelous person, a man who loved birds, who I ended up giving her to him. And so it was just through a series of just happenstances that this man came to the house, and I just prayed that she would not bite him when he put his hand in the cage, and that it would be good. And so that big mess turned out to be just great. And this bird lives on with this man in Winter Park. And so the mess got cleaned up, and now I have beautiful memories of seeing him in the shower with this bird. And I don't have to keep my newspapers anymore to put in the bottom of this cage to take care of the mess. Beautiful.